I feel that my career has just begun. It's my new beginning. First show was Baatein, second show is Ye Rishta, and I feel super blessed having this opportunity to play Rohit. Rajan sir offers me one day role also, I will do it. So this is like 3 months. I'm heads on going on it. When you get something really, because it was 18 years I've been wanting to work with Rajan sir and DKP family, and somehow or the other it was not working out for me at that time. And the minute I entered the office and I get to know I'm being offered a role, it was like, I think it becomes the best day of your life. I don't want to cry, and because I just feel I don't know what people will think, that he's not holding back his emotions. He can't. Why is he being weak? Or it looks silly sometimes that But the fact is that the show has been so dear to me. Rohit's character has been so close to my heart. It's everything to me, I would say. Hi everyone, this is Romiit Raaj here. Thank you.
सब्सक्राइब करें इंडिया फोरम्स हिंदी को और घंटी के निशान को दबाएं ताज़ा खबरों के लिए.
Hi Romiit, how are you?
Hi, very well. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much for joining us and giving us your time. सबसे पहले we'll start with ये रिश्ता क्या कहलाता है, the hot topic right now. We would want to know with the show, with the character coming to an end और ये सारी चीजें, शुरुआत से शुरुआत करते हैं. शो का ऑफर आपको किस तरीके से मिला?
Rajan sir called me, and it was, in fact, it so happened that Baatein kuch unkahi si happened to me. And the minute I got a call, I was like, okay. I thought, I'm just going there for a meeting him. And when I entered the office and Vivek ji told me that, Rajan sir wants to offer you this role for one of the characters in the show. And I was like, wow, are you serious? I was like, all of a sudden, because you know what, when you get something really, because it was 18 years I've been wanting to work with Rajan sir and DKP family, and somehow or the other it was not working out for me at that time. And the minute I entered the office and I get to know I'm being offered a role, it was like, I think it becomes the best day of your life. And so that's how Baatein happened. And then when Baatein got over, I was like, it's taken me 18 years to get one show. I don't know when will I get the next show. And there was no other show also as such, a new show coming up or anything. And one day, I had gone for a Mahasangam episode where in Baatein and Ye Rishta had a Mahasangam episode. Right. And I went on the sets of Ye Rishta. And I was like, wow, this is another world altogether. This is the biggest show on television. And to be a part of it, how lucky are these actors, And to be very honest with you, when you go onto a set of Ye Rishta, it makes you feel as if you have walked into a Sanjay Leela Bhansali set, or you have walked into a Karan Johar, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum set, those kind of movie sets. And there are very few storytellers or filmmakers, on television. And I feel that Rajan sir is the one, who takes the lead when it comes to getting a big canvas on television. And of course, Ekta Kapoor ma'am also, and definitely there are other producers, but I'm just sharing my point of view. And I just feel that, so when I went on the sets of Ye Rishta, I felt that, wow, this is another ball game altogether, and I wish I could be a part of it. I've just come for one day, and luckily, and God,
you manifested.
Yeah. So in 3-4 months' time, I think Rajan sir called me, and he said that, listen, would you want to be a part of Ye Rishta? I said, of course, sir. And he said, I'm considering you for Rohit, and you start your shoot from tomorrow, and it's a 3-month role. And,
okay.
Yeah, and he was very upfront. He said, and max to max it'll go up to 4 months or 5 months, but he's going to die. That's sure. And I'm like, sir, you have given me such a good news. And you know what? This question, nobody's questioned me like this. And I think I'm answering for the first time. This is what really happened. And I was like, sir, obviously, I would want to be a part of this show big time. And I'm like super happy that I'm being offered this. But I wish this was longer. But so he was like, are you sure? I said, of course I want to do it. If Rajan sir offers me one day role also, I will do it. So this is like 3 months. I'm heads on going on it, So 90 days of good work I expected. And I wanted to make sure that I don't let him down, because he's giving me a role of Rohit, which is a very, very prominent role. Shivam, he had got such a good positive
Right.
feedback, and I knew that he's going to be offered another show. So he was leaving on a positive note. So when the media also walked in and they started questioning me that, will you get as much love as Shivam got, or will you be able to live up to the fans' expectations? And I just said that I hope the fans accept me as Rohit and they love me. And I don't want to let Rajan sir down, because that, for me, I want to work with him, and I've got an opportunity in Bate, and now he gives me Ye Rishta. And I was like, wow, this is like, I don't want to, I want to give it my all. I lost 10 kgs for this role.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because I was supposed to look younger than Arman
Younger.
Bhaiya,
Right.
and I do look younger than Arman Bhaiya. And it was a huge coincidence that me and Garvita were coming back together on screen. Same channel, same production house. This only Rajan sir can get, make this impossible possible, I think, because I thought Garvita and me will never work again together. And as a, like when you do a television show, you don't get a
Absolutely.
back-to-back
Yeah, yeah.
show. And so then, when I went on the sets also, I never told anyone how much fun I was having. Every day I was having fun. But I never told anyone that this role is limited and it will get off air. For me, it will go off air. Like my role will go off in a span of few days and few months. And जब 3 महीने हो गए, when 3 months happened, I said, shit, anytime anything can happen. There was a sword hanging on my head every single day, and I made sure that every moment on the set I enjoy. And such a positive team. The reason why I like Ye Rishta is because it's shot differently. It's a film. Every day it's shot like a film. Every scene emphasis is put on performances. The dialogues are so good. You don't do anything which is unreal. There are social issues which are so important in
Absolutely.
today's times, and every episode there is there are dialogues which I feel are so relatable and so philosophical also at times, that it's heart stirring, I would say. It touches your soul, and that doesn't happen very frequently with every TV show. And in today's time, when movies are not doing well, I think TV is bigger than film. TV is bigger than films, and old films are being shown in multiplexes because nobody wants to watch movies. There are no such good cinema coming up, no good stories coming out, but television producers, hats off, and television directors and TV storytellers like Rajan sir are entertaining the audience for the last 16 years, and that's phenomenal. I think not like I would like to thank the media and a platform like India Forums, which has been there for the last 20 years and encouraging content on television, actors on television, and of course the creative and the technical team on television. Because I don't think a lot of people thought very highly of TV 20 years back. They called it an idiot box. But I think today, with smart TVs, I think it's become bigger than films, and it's become smarter than films. And
Right.
so I think, coming back to what you wanted to say, Ye Rishta is very, very special to me because of the fact the way it's shot. It's like a movie. It's bigger than a movie, and the actors. Rajan sir makes sure that he gets the best actors on his show, good human beings. He's himself such a spiritual person. He's himself such a religious person. Every month, every festival we celebrate on the sets of Ye Rishta and on his other shows. So that kind of a positive energy, positive aura he carries with himself, and he's a leader. Like he's always encouraging. I've never ever heard him say anything negative. I've never ever heard him. When we became Ye Rishta became number one few months back, and he came on the set and he was very, very encouraging, and he said, I'm so happy for the team. And he just said, just keep focusing and keep working hard. And it's because of everyone's positive energy, everyone's positive attitude, the show has become number one, and I'm so happy. And all these years we've been able to touch people's heart, and that was amazing. And then there were times when TRPs were not that good, and he was still very, very encouraging. And he said that it's okay, you know this is just another day, and we'll get back, we'll bounce back. So such encouraging words, I think, that one-on-one connection is marvelous. He makes you feel special, he makes you feel important. He As an actor, I feel that when your show is on air, everyone wants to interview you, everyone wants to talk to you, everyone is happy for you, and it's completely justified because they've fallen in love with your character, what you've played. But when you don't have work, and at that time when people don't have faith in you, and sometimes you're not invited to parties. What I mean to say is that you're not being given importance in the
But did
fraternity.
this happen with you as well?
So no, I'm just coming back to what I
Yeah.
wanted to say. So at that time also, Rajan sir's attitude will be the same towards you. He'll be loving, he'll be caring, he'll be encouraging, and he will give you all the love and respect, and which is what makes him special.
Right. Okay. You've done a lot of shows and बहुत सारे किरदार किए हैं आपने, लेकिन आज ऐसा है कि लोग अब आपको रोहित के नाम से जानने लगे हैं.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It feels mind blowing. It feels awesome. I loved. To be very honest with you, I feel that my career has just begun. It's my new beginning. First show was Baate, second show is Ye Rishta, and I feel super blessed having this opportunity to play Rohit for such a like it was meant to be for 3 months. It got extended to 9 months, so I got 3 times more love. I got 3 times more scenes to perform. I had some mind-blowing performances with the amazing actors, senior actors like Anita ma'am, Shruti ma'am. Like they're such phenomenal actors. My colleagues like Garvita is such a fantastic actor. Rohit, he played my brother. We had the best scenes as brothers. Amazing opportunity to showcase our talent as boys, men don't have too much to do on television.
Right.
But on a DKP show, we men get great roles. So like Touchwood, we had such amazing dialogues. It was a blessing. Me and Rohit used to always say that we are so lucky we are working with Rajan sir. We are there's so much of focus on us as brothers also, because we had such powerful emotional scenes, and the media was writing about it, the fans noticed it. So I think that opportunity is fab.
Right. You also mentioned, I before the interview started, I asked you about you taking the scripts, जो dialogue copy घर लेके जाने की बात.
Yeah.
What is it about that? Can you just give us a little insight?
See, Ye Rishta is a show where as audiences hooked on to it for the last 16 years. As actors, the screenplay, we used to read the screenplay and we used to get so excited that we are doing our dialogues every single day. We are performing, and break time में कोई इधर उधर कुछ ऐसी वैसी like we're not watching phone, or we are like, obviously everybody was watching Instagram or reels or whatever, but for that very less time. Otherwise, everybody was wanting to read the next screenplay. Everybody's so excited to know what's going to happen next, because and it's thanks to the writing. The writing is so good that fans are wanting to know what happens next to Arman or Abira or Rohit or Ruhi, or will Dadi sir say something, or will Vidya say something, or फूफा सा क्या करने वाले हैं, या चाचा को कैबिन मिलेगा कि नहीं, या फिर कोरस गैंग क्या करने वाली है, या अबीर की लाइफ में क्या चल रहा है. मतलब so many things were going on and everybody wants to know, अरे इसकी शादी किससे होगी, अबीर की शादी कियारा से होगी या इससे चारू से होगी, रोहित क्या दक्ष को वापस मांग लेगा अरमान से कि नहीं, all these things. क्या या फिर रूही को पता चल जाएगा कि रोहित ने क्या किया, या रोहित क्या रूही को बोलेगा. कहने का मतलब ये है कि हम we were wanting to know as actors. We were so excited. Like if I'm today talking also, I'm so excited. I've taken like I'm no more on the show, but I'm so excited talking about the show because that's how our feelings were.
Yeah.
So when you got to know, an important scene is coming where I am talking, or like I'm addressing everybody, or I'm making a point. And if the script came on time, like as in if it did come one day before, I would request the team to give it to me so that I could go home after a 12-hour, 14-hour shift, going to the gym for 1 hour. Like I'm like after 16 hours or 15 hours of my daily routine, just to go home and then I'm reading the script. So my wife used to always tell me, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm learning my lines for the next day and I'm trying to understand the graph of the scene so that when I go next day, I give it in one take and the entire, that I feel good because I take that as theatre. I take that as a film, and I believe that no matter what, we've gone digital, so it's very easy to take a take. But senior actors, they share their stories where there used to be a magazine when film used to roll, and that used to be very expensive. So taking a retake used to be like they used to think 10 times. So for me, I would like to do a rehearsal once, twice, and then go in for one take and give that, take properly. Like on television, if there's a master shot, Garvita knows, everybody who's done maximum scenes with me, Rohit also knows that I cry without gliss. Being in the mood of the scene, not thinking that the camera is very far, it's a master, close mein kar lenge. No. For me, every shot is like a film shot, it's like a theater shot. Because for me as an actor, I'm growing every single day of my life. So tomorrow, if I'm doing a web series or if I'm doing a film, and if I'm doing a film with Mr. Bachchan, for example, I know Mr. Bachchan is going to, there'll be no, his first take will be an okay take. And I want to be prepared for that, to work with such a senior actor. So that's what I'm preparing myself for. I am looking forward to making sure that every opportunity which I get in front of the camera, I don't want to lose it. Like as a cricketer, my philosophy is that every day I play a new game, I start from 0 and I go to 100. I keep scoring, and I go to 100. And if I hit the scene right, then it's 100. And the next day, I don't think that, everyone liked yesterday's scene or yesterday's episode. No. Today, again, I go back to 0 and again, I start playing. And there are days when, of course, you don't get scenes where you are, the focus of the entire scene or people are talking about you. But that's fair enough. You're a part of a team. So you be a team member and you stand there and you give your expressions. So there are days when, you be the 12th man, but you're a part of the team. And I'm super happy that I was a part of Ye Rishta team.
On the show, you've played Rohit का जो छोटा भाई है वो प्ले किया है आपने, but in real life you're elder to him, of course. Now that was something that the audience also found very interesting. So when you came to know about it कि आपको इनका छोटा भाई प्ले करना, कोई banter हुई आप दोनों के बीच में, आपके और रोहित के बीच में?
But the best part was that when Rajan sir told me that you're playing Rohit, and I said yes, thank you so much, and I went on the sets and I was like, now I'm going to be younger to both of them, and I'm like, okay, now this is like I have to make sure that I look younger to them, and that is what is amazing, that Rajan sir can think that okay, Romiit can play his younger brother, so then you cannot let him down, right? You make sure that you work on yourself. I lost 10 kgs. I was working out. I was eating. My last meal used to be at 6:30 in the evening. So and my mannerisms also. When I was doing a particular scene, I would behave like a 30-year-old, a younger to him, and let him be the elder brother, and me being the younger one. So the body language was such that it could look very in the flow. The fact that he's the elder brother and I'm the young one, and off camera, yes, I would say that we would have that. I never made him feel that I'm elder to him, or he never made me feel that he's younger to me, because I think we were at par. We used to crack jokes together. We used to have a lot of fun, Rohit and me. And he's a very, we've had that great one-liners among each other. And there were times when me and Rohit, we just used to look at each other and we could get it that, this is funny, and we had our bro code, you can say that.
Okay. Another interesting thing is नाम जो है आप दोनों की रोहित.
Yeah.
Confusion कभी होता था कि scene के लिए बुला रहे हैं?
The best part is that he used to be addressed as Arman Bhaiya, and I used to be called Rohit. And there's another thing that my name is Romiit and his is Rohit, and my wife's name is Tina and his wife's name is Sheena.
Oh my God.
So this is a huge coincidence. We used to keep talking about, laughing about it. And I used to always address him off camera also as Arman Bhaiya, because 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., like the shift of mine, like I was living Rohit's character. And for me, he was my big brother, Arman Bhaiya. And he did give me good advices, I would say. And we are a lot alike, both of us. So I'm very happy for him, very, very happy for him.
You've spoken so much, and you have spoken so much personally as well. But I would want to know about the death scene. When you guys were shooting for the death scene, and everybody was any which ways crying, and then people were also crying off screen. Like I spoke to you about Garvita, and I saw even Shruti ma'am's interview I was saying, and she was also crying a lot that you were going. So everybody was in general crying only.
Yeah.
Tell us about the death scene, and of course, because it was like a death scene. और जब वो on air भी गया, and matlab it shook everybody.
Yeah.
It was that it touched everybody's hearts. How was it for you?
There have been interviews where I've cried talking about my experience,
Yeah,
beautiful
of
experience,
course,
about-
I've seen
and I
that.
don't want to cry because I just feel that I don't want to cry, and because I just feel I don't know what people will think, that he's not holding back his emotions. He can't. Why is he being weak? Or it looks silly sometimes that But the fact is that the show has been so dear to me. Rohit's character has been so close to my heart. It's everything to me, I would say. So I do get emotional about it, and Anita ma'am, Shruti ma'am, Garvita, they've said such lovely words for me.
Right.
Rohit, Sam, everyone. Uh, so the fact is that I had equations with everybody.
Everybody,
I loved everyone on the set. On one-to-one basis, I had jokes, which only both, those two people only knew, whether it was Fufa sa, or whether it was Bua sa, whether Chacha sa, Chachi sa, chorus gang. We used to keep cracking jokes that we're going to play pickleball soon. With Rohit, of course, a different bond. With Samriddhi, a very different bond. With Garvita, of course, she being my co-actor for 2 shows, it doesn't happen on television. So we definitely became very good friends. And she's a very good actor. And we used to work very hard on Rohit Ruhi scenes. Today, Rohit as a pair is being trending. It's thanks to the media and the fans, because always you all used to come and say that Arman Abira are a very good Abhiman, and Rohit Ruhi have come in as a great pair now on Ye Rishta,
Right.
and in such a short span of time. And that is, I would say, thanks to the writing and the director, Ram sir. He used to direct our scenes so well, and we used to enjoy ourselves. So coming back, like the kind of bond, of course, we had. So that's the reason why, Garvita was very emotional, and she felt that, okay, now Rohit Ruhi scenes, will not happen. And, as a character also, because, she's such a good actor that, of course, as Ruhi, she was feeling it that, Rohit's character is dying. And she was in between on the shots, it was very emotional
Right.
shooting those days. And, uh, I got to know about my exit on the Iftari day.
Okay.
And I did face the media in the evening. I got to know in the morning, and I thought that it's a prank being played because April Fool is coming. And I thought that in half an hour's time I'm going to get a call back saying that no, just chill, we are pulling your leg, or 1 hour, 2 hours it happened. And that I thought Vivek ji, he's a very I know him for a long time, and I have very high regards for him. So I thought that he's playing this prank on me, but then it was the truth that this was inevitable. And so I went on the iftari, and nobody knew that it'll be the last iftari for me, and that was very, very emotional, because that was because I had just acted in front of the camera, and now I'm acting in front of the real people, off camera, and I'm a person who doesn't do that. You can look into my eyes and you can say whether I'm honest or not. You can look into my eyes and say that I'm happy or not. And that day, I think everybody believed that I was very happy, or I wouldn't say that I was not happy. I would just say that I was very, very happy that I got 3 times more work to do, and 3 times more. It was a 3 times more blessings to be a part of this show. But I was a little think that I wish it could have gone for another 10 years for me. And like how it is that. Something which is very dear, it's very difficult to part ways with it. And so when the death scene happened, and when everybody got to know, uh, everybody was very emotional. And everyone, like Rohit's, when he got to know, Rohit Purohit, that my character is dying, he read the script and he didn't think anything else, but he thought for me. He said, my goodness, Romiit loves this character so much. He will be shattered to an extent. And like Garvita, for that matter, she knew how much I loved this character and how much hard work we put in as Rohit Ruhi. So she knew that it's going to be very difficult for me. So personally also, they were feeling, the actors who knew me, and they knew the what made Rohit Poddar so special to me. They felt that, okay, it's not going to be easy for him. And so everyone had their own ways of. There were a lot of people who didn't like say much, because I understand that it's very uncomfortable. but they just came and they just, held my hand like this, or they just hugged me like this, or they just, they were like Fufa sa, Siddharth Bhai just came and gave me a kiss on my cheek, like he was being so loving and warm, and everyone had their own special ways. They're very, very dear to me, every person on the sets of Ye Rishta. The most special thing was lightmen like Pankaj ji, setting guy like Tiwari ji, a makeup man like Durgesh ji, Dhruv, Sagar, Patil ji, everyone, like spot guys like Amar ji, then, Sonu Dada, all of them, I would say, cameraman like Sanam, Jay Bhai, uh, everybody, the assistant directors, Sujal, everybody, the directors, like everyone, like Ram sir, Sunan sir, Rishi sir, Vishal sir, they all were very emotional and they had their own special ways of making me feel that we're going to really miss you and we love you and we've had this amazing 9 months of time of shooting. So that's how it happened. And those days also, there was no glycerin used. Every single shot was shot without gliss. There were real tears flowing. And that special scene where Arman Bhaiya and Rohit, their souls are talking to each other in front of the entire cast in that hospital lobby, where I tell him that I have to go, and he tells me don't go, and I said no, I have to leave, and you take care of Ruhi and Daksh because Ruhi is going to get a loan. आप रूही का एक्स्ट्रा ध्यान रखना एंड दैट सीन वाज वन टेक ओके मास्टर एंड देन एवरीवन came and they hugged me and they clapped for me and I really felt very special and the lines of the scene were also so beautiful where it said that मेरा पूरा परिवार जो है मेरी सारी दुनिया है मेरे सामने मेरे खड़ी है मेरा भाई मेरे साथ है और इससे बेटर फेयरवेल और क्या हो सकता है so that line which it was heart stirring. It was actually soul moving. It was Rishi sir. He always said whenever he directed a scene, he said, "Feel it. Feel it." And I have always felt every single scene. I am when I was flying from Delhi to Bombay. In the aircraft, I had a scene to read. This special scene, and tears were flowing. And my wife, my father-in-law, and my daughter, they were sitting on the other side and I was on this side of the aisle, and I was holding back my tears, and my tears were flowing, and I was just wiping off, and I was just thinking that I hope, I don't embarrass my family. But that was the day I felt that Romiit Raj is not traveling with them; it's Rohit Poddar traveling. That's how much I felt affected, and I said I had just had 2 more days or 3 more days of shoot left. And I said, this is going to be really heavy, and I'm looking forward to giving my best for this. So I was very glad that that scene happened very well, and the audience loved it. So this is the trivia, the fun fact, the behind the scene, what I went through for that particular scene where Aman Bhaiya and Rohit's soul were talking to each other. And there was a very nice, cute, romantic scene between Rohit and Ruhi, which we shot on the last day, where Rohit tells Ruhi that मैं तुम्हें कभी भी छोड़ के नहीं जाऊंगा. And that was, like it had its fun batter. It had a very, very, I think that was the best Rohit Ruhi scene, and it happened in the last episode. So that was also very, very emotional, and I think the fans loved it. And I just feel that, as writers, when they write something for 2 characters and audience loves it, and when writers feel, the creators feel that whatever we wrote, I think it's gone a little ahead. It's become more better on when they watch the smart TV. Then I would say that you feel like a winner. You feel like, okay, thank you.
Okay.